is a picture of Libby Davies and her husband Bruce Erickson and their little boy Leaf way back. Now, the reason that we have the Carnegie Centre as a community centre is because Bruce and other folks at the Downtown Eastside Residents Association campaigned to get it into a community centre for us, which included the library. And here's a historical picture of the Carnegie Centre. This looks like it's during the Depression when they had the On to Ottawa trek, and they occupied Carnegie as like a strike for better wages and relief for all of the unemployed men in the camp. Isn't it great? Now, Andrew Carnegie, he was this really rich tycoon from New York. He made his money in steel, and he had a big mansion in New York City, which is now a museum, and it was one of the first homes in New York to have an elevator, which of course the servants weren't allowed to use. They had to take the stairs. But he had a lot of money, and so he donated money to cities all over North America to build libraries. So this was our Carnegie Library, which is still there. And
the staff are proud to do their best to make a big difference.
Yes, and this place could not run without volunteers. There are about 400 people who volunteer their time to Carnegie in various ways, and they'll do everything from supervising in the weight room to teaching ballroom dance to working in the kitchen, chopping up veggies for lunch. They're everywhere, and it's a great place to be. It's just kind of like you're home away from home.
Why do you love volunteering at the Carnegie? Tell me why. Tell me why.
I get to meet all the honeys.
You get to meet all the honeys?
Oh, you okay.
Well, it's nice to see that you're helping out. How are things?
Good.
But it's nice to see that you're volunteering here. Why do you love volunteering at the Carnegie?
Because I love it down here.
You love it down here? Well, we love you
get
too.
to work, eh?
Okay, keep working. God loves you.
Drug war! No more drug war! No more drug war! No more drug war! Stop the war on the poor! Stop the war on the poor! Homes, not jails! Homes, not jails! So we're here today because we want to say that you can't disconnect the war on drugs and the war on the poor. There's a lot of people saying now that they're really worried about the fentanyl crisis and the overdose crisis in our communities, and that they're really going to do something to deal with it. But what we see is that the war on drugs is still fucking happening in the neighborhood, am I right?
We ordered a British passport from...
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Township.
I know you guys are support workers.
So thank you so much for being here. The other people that I want to recognize are our frontline patrol officers and sergeants, people that work down in the downtown east side every day, keeping the people in the community safe. Thank you so much for being here. As I always say, I know like a lot of people know who the chief is and stuff like that, but quite frankly, it's the men and women wearing the blue uniforms that are out there 24/7 doing the hard work in the front line. So it means a lot to me that you're here.
Right now I'm speaking to one of the local community officers, and she's been here for 5 years and she's made a real big difference. Today's her last day, and with the Clean Street program they've done so much for the neighborhood and they've changed people's lives, and you've also helped out a lot of people, not just doing your job but going out of your personal way. Can you tell me how much you love working down here?
I do love working down here.
So now that,
Yeah.
but now that you're leaving, are you gonna go miss being down here?
I am absolutely going to miss being down here.
Well, keep up the good work, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. I've seen you in the neighborhood for a very long time, and I know you've lived at the corner of Carroll and Hastings. How's life treating you today?
Pretty good.
How's the neighborhood treating you?
Okay.
It's okay? Are you happy where you live?
Yeah.
Do you love the downtown Eastside?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have yourself a wonderful day and keep up the spirit. Hi, this is Sarah, and she works at the DTES Farmers Garden. She's very good people, and she's been here for at least a couple decades and an activist and a community worker. Why do you love being downtown?
I love the generosity of the downtown east side and all the folks I get to work alongside with.
Well, keep up the good work and have a nice day. You're welcome. Right now I'm speaking with Neil, who's a local and also an activist, and he's been at a substitutional program for almost 2 years. That's already including changing attitudes and behavior in the neighborhood through harm reduction, finding better ways to enhance people's lives. That's also including remembering people like Tracy Morrison, who comes to Vandu, that she's also enhanced the neighborhood and also dedicated herself in changing attitude and behavior. Could you tell me why you love being down here?
Well, because the people that are down here are the needy people of our country and our society. That's what happens here. This is where the services are for people. So those people that struggle in their lives, they end up here. And the majority of people that struggle in their lives are victims of childhood trauma, abuse, things that have happened to them. And I think that they deserve the compassion of our society. And in many cases, they're stigmatized, they're demonized, they're criminalized, and certainly harmed by our policies and our attitudes about them. So I think this is the place to be if you want to spread some compassion and help people that really deserve to be helped. In many cases, these are the abused children of our society that are not able to function properly in their relationships and in their workplaces and in their neighborhoods, and they're here. So that's why I've been here for about 14, 15 years now. I've been involved with Vandu, coming down the downtown east side and just trying to help out with the use of cannabis.
Right now I'm speaking to the ex-mayor, Mr. Sullivan, who's made a real impact in the downtown east side with the Four Pillars program, and it has been continued over the last couple decades. Can you tell me what the idea of having 24-hour live video to help the community, to help educate people, also including dealing with the opioid crisis, do you think this would be beneficial for the downtown east side?
Sound very creative, very innovative. We need new thinking, we need innovation, we need lots of support.
Hi, Mr. Trudeau. How are you doing? We're trying to get live 24-hour video for the downtown east side to change the neighborhood. Okay, thank you, sir.
My faith is shaking. Pit stop at the bottom of the lake. Kick my shoes off, rest my feet in the bank. Just for a moment and I'm back on my way. Not sure where I'm heading, maybe LA. If I could just drive and leave all my troubles behind. Crank up the radio and sing along to a song I know and forget for a moment that my heart is breaking. My faith is shaking.
Right now I'm speaking to Eileen Ephraim, who is the co-founder of the Aboriginal Door, which is a local community services that deals with Native people and their land and their rights, and also a place that they can rebuild their lives. Could you explain to me the background and how much it's had an impact in the downtown east side of the Aboriginal Front Door?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you about the name.
Okay.
Because we came up with all kinds of fancy names, but the men who live on these streets here said, no, we want to call this the Aboriginal Front Door, because we're always forced to go in the back door everywhere. At this place, it's our place, we're going in the front door, it's ours. And it's all about using the culture for our strength, for our healing, to lift ourselves up, to be strong, to remember to help one another, to love one another, to remember our value and our worth.
Right now I'm speaking to one of the younger generations who's volunteering at the Carnegie that's got a long history and loves to have people from all walks of life to come here to volunteer. Tell me why you love to volunteer at the Carnegie.
I love to volunteer because I love to hear people developing their English. I love to see them learning and see their thought process. It's very interesting. And I enjoy helping. I enjoy meeting new people. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you love coming down to downtown Eastside? Why do you love the downtown Eastside?
I love it because there's every type of person, every single type of person, and it's
We are named the Carnegie longstanding drum group. Longstanding is a Hokkaido word, a Coast English word, which means always singing. So we are the Carnegie Always Singing Drum Group. We're from the Carnegie Community Centre Cultural Sharing Program. We're really happy to be here to drum for you today.
We'll have to train an assistant director. Well, we're going to miss Sharon because she was the best director we had for over a decade.
I agree, 100%.
100%, Sharon, I'm going to miss you. Yeah, of all the years you've been here, you've made a big difference in this community. And we're going to miss you. I'm going to miss you every day I wake up. I'm going to miss you being there to make a difference.
We're going to have a meeting.
All right, and you too, Paul, at least you're still in the Ford.
I think Erin's going to get
the best experience of my life. I have made so many friends. I'm just so happy that I was able to come here and finish my career at the Carnegie Centre. You all mean so much to me. When I was asked what kind of a party I wanted to have, I didn't really want a party. I just wanted to see all of the people that I come and see every day. I will miss coming up and down the stairs.
We ain't gonna get any younger. You're getting older. Exactly. Hey, but you know how many people made a difference down here? A lot of people have, and I do remember them.
Yeah, oh, that's good though. You need that, right?
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Well, thank you guys for making homegrown and being very supportive. You know, the community has to do the best they can with what they have. you guys have a nice day.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, take care.